Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be replacing the battery on a G22 4 Series. The first thing you're going to want to do is grab yourself a 90-degree pick, pull up on the rear cover, just like this, and it'll release it. If you don't use this little tool, it's going to be really hard to try to get your fingers up and under there to pull up the whole thing. So for the rest of the tools that we're going to need, you're going to want a 3/8 ratchet, obviously the 90-degree tool pick, a 1/4-inch ratchet, a 13mm socket. It doesn't need to be a deep. A 10mm socket, and then a 3/8 extension. This one's about 8 inches long. So the first thing you're going to want to do is remove this little cover on the right side for the positive terminal. It's just a small clip. Just slide it over to the right like this and it'll come right out. Then what you're going to want to do is grab the 10mm socket and remove the negative terminal first. You don't need to remove the whole thing. Once it comes loose like this, you can just lift it up and slide it out. And then next we're going to remove the 10mm screws that hold on the top bracket. These are the screws, and then the bracket you can just lift up and set it to the side. Next we're going to remove the positive terminal. So go ahead and grab the 10mm again, just loosen it up. And when you lift up on these terminals, you want to make sure you lift up evenly up. Don't try to pry it up or down. Just one motion, slide up. Now if you run into this issue where if you let it go, it starts to wander back to the positive side terminal, what I did is I just got myself a bungee cord and tied it back just like this. This will keep it from trying to come back and touch the positive side. Next we're going to remove the bracket on the left side. This is the 13mm. You're going to want to grab the 8-inch extension with your 3/8 ratchet, just loosen it up and undo the whole thing. Here's the bracket. Then on the right side, you're going to have a vent line right here. Just pull it off by hand and then just set it to the side. So now we can remove the battery. You're going to want to slide the whole battery to the left first, just slightly like this, and then with the two handles, just lift up. Now the batteries are heavy, so when you lift up, please make sure you use proper body mechanics, as you can hurt yourself if you lift it up improperly. And then when you install it, you're going to want to slide it over and make sure they go under these little brackets right here. I'm pointing out with the arrows. They're going to slide right under here. So drop the battery in, close the handles, and then slide it to the right. And then with the flashlight, come on over to the right side and just make sure it's seated correctly on that side right here. Then you can connect the vent line. And then we can move on over to the left side again and drop in the bracket and tighten it down. Now the thing with this bracket is it's going to feel like you can keep spinning and spinning and spinning. Just make sure it's a little snug, move the battery. And if it doesn't move, that's it. Don't go any further. Then just slide in the positive terminal. Remember, positive always goes in first. Tighten this down. Same thing with this. Don't over tighten this. Just give it a good snug. Once you see that it's snug, try to move it. If it doesn't move, you're good to go. Now when you install the negative side, just make sure you put it in, it seats all the way down, and tighten it down. The bracket right here, you don't have to tighten it all the way so those two sides touch. As long as it tightens down just a little bit, it's snug, you can't move it, and that's good. So you'll see right here, there's going to be a tiny gap. You don't need to make these two brackets touch. Then just install the top cover, install your 10mm screws, and we're almost there. Again, these are just snug. And then the cover, you'll see this little hook right here. Try to install this hook first on the right side and then slide it over the top. So you'll see right here, I'm going to start at the bottom at an angle, grab the hook in, and then just slide it over. Now after you're done installing the battery, the most important part is to make sure you get this battery registered to the vehicle. Chances are, if you needed to replace this battery, it's because the voltage on the battery went low and your alternator started overcharging your old battery, and it has that memory still. So you need to tell all your electronics in your car that it has a brand new battery and it doesn't need to be overcharged to keep up with the demand. So this is the most important part. Make sure you register the battery to your vehicle. If you do not get the battery registered to the vehicle, you can destroy this battery within a matter of days. So make sure that happens. So this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you learned something, or if I helped you save some money, please consider leaving a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.